Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Cult Cinema Catacombs, where we will be looking at films that are basically considered deep cuts when it comes to cult cinema, and sometimes maybe looking at mainstream once in a while. I am one of the two co-hosts of the show. My name is Roy Buckingham, and joining me is...
Andrew Farmer. I am... I'm excited to be here, Roy. This is going to be an adventure.
Yes.
Welcome to Cult Cinema Catacombs, bitch.
I got real De Niro energy tonight, so
you really do. Is just like sitting there, and this is going to be like wrangling two cats high on catnip for her tonight.
No, I'm an easy wrangle. I'm an easy wrangle. She gets
Welcome to episode 200, and also the final episode of Cult Cinema Catacombs. An 8-year run, folks. Can you, Andrew? You've been here since the beginning. Can you believe it's been 8 years?
No, I thought it was 5. If you listened to the last one, I said 5 years. I said this is 5 years. We've done this for 5 years of our lives.
Well, technically, it's been 5 years since Courtney's come into play. So
that makes 5 years?
Yes.
Is that true?
That can't be true.
No,
it's either 4 or 5 years.
That can't be right. I thought it was 3.
I don't know.
Seasons of love.
Hey, Andrew and I right now.
How do you measure a pod? Measuring time.
We're on stuff that would make Rudy Ray Moore ask us, "What had we done had?"
I'm not on shit.
Well, no, Courtney is sober as hell. Andrew's got the painkillers, and I've got the
drinking a Waterloo. I got
the pineapple mojito THC drink inside me. So
you feel how I feel everywhere I go now. Every party I go to is how Courtney feels at me at other people. Like,
I am high off of the comedy stylings of my soon-to-be 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please tell us this.
Can I hit you with this one?
Yes.
She already told us, because I think she's got this in her head because the 4th, 5th grade talent show is next week at school. She is a 2nd grader, so she's not there yet, but she's already, the wheels are turning. And
she's workshopping.
She's already starting the which is good. She's going to be hitting some open mics. I think she's going to be ready when the time comes. But she hit me with this one. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting chicken.
Interrupting chicken who?
She just screamed wordlessly. Just high-pitched. I can't do it on the mic. I'm going to go away from the mic. Scream at me. And it was fully a beat between her and me. It was like interrupting chicken who, silence from her, silence from me, screaming.
Almost too long. The beat was almost too long.
Has she been watching 2007, 2008 internet? Because that's the humor. That was that time period.
Did you actually order and get copies of the both seasons of C-Lab 2021 without you knowing it?
She is, I suspect, Andy Kaufman reincarnated.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, guys, since this is our 200th episode, we have a special message thanks to Cameo.
If it's not Eddie Deason, I'm fucking out of here.
Is it a cameo? I would love a cameo from Cameo.
This is not Deason. I'm out after this episode.
Well, we got a very special message, so let's go ahead and let's go with it here.
Come on, Cameo. Cameo from Cameo.
'Cause they are good to us. quiz no subs. They are tasty, they are crunchy, they are warm because they toast them.
But what do they have? Tell me what they have.
They got a pepper ball.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, no, that wasn't
have.
it. I'm sorry. That wasn't it. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just glad
now
that
anything from here out is going to be a letdown because I fully thought you got a cameo of the Spung Monkeys for us.
it seems like the sort of thing the guy who did that would do.
Yeah,
I'm sure,
but
I'm
no,
sure
$20.
he's on there. Yeah, $20.
I don't
Here
give a
comes-
shit. If you know what I
here-
am.
Here comes the real one,
Okay,
guys.
the real one. Okay, I'm still cameo from cameo. Still not it. Okay. You're just sticking with us at
Okay,
this point.
no, just kidding. No, just kidding. Okay,
that
for
was the
real.
Victorian woman, by the way.
Yeah,
for those of
just
you.
had to get her finally out of the system because it's our last time.
Yeah,
she was
it's the
still in the
finale.
system?
This is like the finale of The Boys, where I assume
Mhm.
a bunch of people from previous episodes are going to be popping back up.
Yeah, pretty much the director of The Good Exorcist is going to pop up out of nowhere. So,
I was thinking about him the other day. He's pretty great.
but no, here is the true. Let me make sure I got the right one up here.
Comedy in threes, Roy. What do you got?
I know, but no, this is the actual real link right here. Believe.
It's going to be Jaster.
Here we go.
Right. He's in my house throwing candy at me right now.
Okay, the worst film I
Oh,
ever
shit.
saw. Two of them come to mind actually, and they're both huge budgets. Inchon, the movie that made
Oh, my
Laurence
God.
Olivier look like a hack. People don't remember
For
the
people
movie
that
very
are
well, but Olivier played
not
General Douglas
watching on video,
MacArthur,
that is Joe
and he
Bob
looked
Briggs.
and acted like a zombie.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was sick. The movie was produced by the Reverend Sun Myung Moon, namesake of the Moonies. And then the second movie
Here
would
we
have to
go.
be Battlefield Earth, also financed by a cult. In this case, the Church of Scientology, with John Travolta
He's right, that
calling
is a
it
bad
his
movie.
passion project and insisting to this day that he's proud of his performance as the chief alien who enslaves all the humans. And he also enslaved the audience, in my opinion, but that's about it. So, I guess my message to the cult cinema catacombs would be, first of all, congratulations on 200 episodes. And secondly, thanks for toiling in those catacombs so the rest of us don't have to. And I hope you'll adopt my philosophy that there's no such thing as so bad it's good. If it's entertaining, it's good. Even cats. Well, maybe not cats.
Like,
You know what? I got to go big, so I went with Joe Bob. So
That's
Yeah.
huge. That's huge. I'm glad he really did just without knowing he was going to do it, and outside of the premise of this show, really tap into Courtney's cult brain, and really wanted to run down some Moonies and
you did that for me.
I
that
loved
for
that
you.
too. I was like, "Oh God, she's gonna eat this up."
I love it. And speaking of, this is totally random, but also not that random. We've been quietly binging America's Culinary Cup today, and we're not all the way through it.
Ooh.
But we did get to the guy who just casually threw out that he grew up in a cult. And I was like,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Why the hell are we talking about cooking right now? We need to pump the brakes so hard. And I'm going to need 4 uninterrupted hours of this man talking about his cult.
He
Right,
grew up
right.
and learned his cuisine from a cult. Now, literally heard the needle scratch on the record when that happened.
And he's like, anyway, so I'm making this meal. No, shut the fuck up. What? Write a book.
That was the moment when I first texted you guys and said, "Are you watching this show?" with that energy, because I was like, "Holy shit, that spitballed and landed hard."
We'll watch it after the Battle of the Brothers. We'll watch it after I get done watching Michael Voltaggio's.
To be clear, it has absolutely no bearing on the competition in what,
Sure.
like, in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not spoil it.
Yeah, when we're done watching Michael Voltaggio's Cyberpunk doublet, we'll get in there and watch that for sure.
And I'll take place,
Ooh, excuse
and I'll
me.
watch Two Brothers.
So, we'll do reminiscent shit later on in the show and everything, but we
Reminiscent shit.
You know.
still got work to do for our last episode, which is to watch one more movie.
I'm excited.
This is a movie I've been waiting to do on this show for a long time. We're doing the 1977 Japanese epic comedy horror film House, also known as HAUSU. some fun things about this movie and the director. This is from Toho Studios. And when it came up, they originally came up to the director and wanted to do a film inspired by and yet at the same time parroting Jaws.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it was going to be about a killer house a la Jaws, but it just went after being greenlit and was gone for about 2 years. And now we're getting what we're getting. Nothing like Jaws. More like Sid and Marty Krofft turns into cannibals.
I don't know. I think we could draw. I think by the end of this, we'll be able to draw some illusions. We'll get some yarn out. We'll make it happen.
Yes.
I'll have a T-chart going while we're watching.
So, well, do keep a T-chart because you're going to need to know these names. They will go over it Pokemon style at one point in this movie.
Good. I like it. I like the autism of it. This Pokemon is this, and his power is this, and he looks like this. And this Pokemon is this, and his power is this, and he looks like this.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So these are our character. These are a cast of characters all dressed Sailor Moon style. Gorgeous, Kung Fu, Fantasy, Prof, with just short for Professor, Mac, and Melody. Now, I'm going to ask you a quick question. Can you figure out what the nickname Mac means?
I was waiting on you to say which is short for something, and I was like, oh, okay.
Nope.
I guess
you
not.
know. Can you figure out why the nickname is Mac?
The restaurant McDonald's.
Sorta, yeah. Because
I'm going to say, as in Return of the.
No. It has to do with the fact that she's plump and has an eating problem. So, yeah.
Does that follow?
I don't know, but that's the reason.
Do fat people in Japan get called Mac?
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember that episode? What season was it? 5 or no? It was later than that. Was it 9 or 10 on Always Sunny where Matt got fat?
That's true. He did get fat in that. And
that's what it's in reference to.
There you go.
Oh, good. So, they went back. They went in forward time, and then they went back. They loopered
back.
You know the Japanese. Yeah. They've got that technology by now.
There's so much shit going on. I don't even know what they're doing over there.
So the director of this movie also directed a lot of really funky, weird commercials in Japan. A series notoriously featuring Charles Bronson, out of all people.
Oh, those?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay.
They're great.
This movie did not get shown in America until 2010. It was the critics hated it when it came out in Japan, but Japan fell in love with it and was like Japan's cult classic out there. And then when it finally came here in 2010, thanks to the Criterion Collection, it became an instant cult film.
Yeah.
Because at one point, the movie literally goes bananas.
Yeah, you could get it on VHS or Laserdisc from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
My Suncoast days, there were people that would have us order it for them from Japan. And it was expensive.
Yes. There's like some real freaky bitches at Suncoast.
Oh man, if I could remember any of the things that happened at Suncoast, I'd be a problem. I'd be a real problem.
Do you have Fist of the North Star?
Oh, that was it. Oh, it happened a lot. The one that sticks out in my mind the most is Iro Sogadoji, which was an anime bordering on hentai. Like it was as close as you're gonna get without it be calling hentai. Yeah, and there was a little demon who would just like sit in the rafters and just whack off all the time. And we had no
ringing bells for my Hot Topic days.
I'm sure that animated show. I'm sure that animated show was a great Saturday morning cartoon kid show.
Yeah, but there were a lot of people that wanted that one. That one stuck out in my mind. You would have like your usuals. You'd have your Akiras, your Ninja
Perfect
Scrolls,
Blues,
your perfect. You know the ones that you would expect. And then it was always like Hiro Sogadoji was always like number 7 on that list, and it is non-redeemable. It is not a redeemable film, but people wanted it for some reason.
Do you have Wicked City?
I love Hey, I got a very special place in my heart for that piece of shit.
Some of those wacky ass Japanese movies from the 90s actually slap so hard.
Project
So-
Aiko. I have to agree with you. Project Aiko is one of them.
I remember the first time I saw Wicked City while I was at Suncoast, and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. that naked woman just became a spider. It just ran away out of her own vagina. That is something that I'll never see again. And I need to own this. I don't own it. I should try to find it. Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of my experience watching Aeon Flux on TV at like 2 a.m. when I was ill, when I was about 14, trying to decide if it was in fact happening or was I just having a fever dream. Like, am I lucid dreaming right now? Have I transcended? Or is this just the weirdest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life?
No, that's just
Doesn't
a
have-
flux.
It doesn't
Yeah,
help that it's
definitely.
bumpered by those liquid television,
Yes.
whatever those were, those computer generated.
Like
So
90
you really,
Windows 95 screensaver ass
Mhm.
looking.
yeah, but so you thought you were on the journey to the other side.
I
when it
did.
hit.
I was like, cool. I had strep throat and flu at the same time. Uh,
Mom, my first drug trip.
just laying in my bed going, what's happening?
I could
And then
imagine
there's
some of those
tongues.
cartoons.
So many
All that.
tongues.
There were
And
so
Aeon
many
Flux.
tongues, and
So many.
the one I really remember was the eyelashes snatching the fly
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then just like eating it.
I remember the one where Aeon Flux was making out with some spy dude, and his tongue was exploring inside her mouth looking for a tooth that had a little capsule.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, that happened.
And then Charlize Theron, wasn't it? Charlize Theron made the live action version of it.
It was,
Yep.
I think. Yeah, I never saw that because it seemed like a bad idea.
It was a bad idea. It was bad.
I was like, I feel like that just needs to stay animated and be this weird
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
These are the things that the kids miss today. This is what happens when you don't know that there's a monoculture and you don't
Yeah.
know how to participate outside of the monoculture that no longer exists.
Also, Aeon Flux, I watched it all, not the movie, but like the animated shit. There wasn't a plot.
No.
No,
se.
no. It was just
It-
a series of visual metaphors that
Well,
never
even-
really quite came together.
Even when the TV series came on and it was, it had vocals and everything, it was still, there was no like ongoing storyline with Aeon Flux.
No.
She always died and came back somehow.
She did acrobatics
Yeah. She wore like a harness.
and a harness.
Yeah.
I love how here we are. We're talking about this movie, and instead we're talking about Aeon
I
Flux.
mean, why
Listen.
should the last episode of this show be any different than every other episode of this
Yes,
show?
True.
I'm gonna derail. It's one of the 8 things I do on the show.
And also in the Unflux, they derail the train in every third episode. So
It's true.
it ties in.
It also
Don't
has
get
one of
me
the
started on Fukuli.
It also has one of the longest death scenes I've ever seen because of the one where she parachutes and the parachute fails and she's just like, just grease
It's like
to it. as
getting
she goes
bored.
through her death.
And then there'd be like a Sunny D commercial or
Mhm.
something in there. Just completely non sequitus.
Capri Sun.
Speaking of non sequitus, we should watch the movie that we
Yeah.
said
Oh,
we'd
yeah.
watch.
All right, let's dive on to it. We'll be
We're
right
gonna
back
get
after
into that fucking house so hard.
God, it's so good.
after we
I
watch
love
some
that. I love that Courtney's gonna watch
1970s
this movie.
Japanese fun.
House.
スイート私あなたを救えなかった
I see in your eyes where tomorrow is hiding in my heart. There's a bell ringing loud at the touch of your lips. Down the rainbow, I'm sliding. Little arrows keep falling as thick as a cloud.
眩しくて怖いのよ日の光が
「
しょうよ。
There was
A
a
ghost. Oh. Just your video is off. And then we just heard the recording, and I was like, "Oh shit, the Black Parade's gonna start."
So, Courtney, this was your first time ever seeing this thing. Thoughts?
Well, boy, did things happen in this movie. Did things ever happen in this movie? And I'm sure that if one would get in there and really watch it 7 or 8 times, you could piece together some semblance of a plot.
Yeah.
I didn't, but one probably could.
it's a hard watch. It's a hard one to
But
watch.
that's what's so perplexing is I did not find it unpleasant.
Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could thank the directing style for that because he kept it interesting, even though we didn't know what the hell was going on.
I didn't know what was happening or why, but it was fun. There were things that were funny, some of them intentionally so.
I really do want action figures of all
I think
of
that's fun. I would also
piano?
like these action figures.
our core group of
Yeah, at least our were there
With Kung
5 or
Fu.
more? There were 6, right? 6 of them.
There was Gorgeous,
Yeah,
Matt,
there's
Kung Fu.
hot. I'm gonna write them down. There's hot. There's fat. There's fight. There's dream.
Smart.
There's
Music.
music.
Yeah.
And then there's smart. Yeah. Yeah, there's them. Plus Auntie, plus Jamiroquai's mom.
Yes.
Plus Cat,
Plus her.
plus
Watermelon. Guy,
plus Togo.
Togo. And his
Togo.
car.
Banana Man.
I don't understand. Can somebody explain the banana thing to me?
Well,
No, I
your
can't.
guess is good as mine.
I've seen this movie 3 times now, and I have no idea what the banana man thing is.
I don't know why. He said, "You don't like watermelons. What? Bananas?" And then he turned into a skeleton, and the guy ran away and said, "Bananas!" And then the next time we saw him, he was bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And
pretty
for
much
those
what
of you who've
happened.
not seen the movie, this is a spoiler, but it's also not a spoiler because what even the fuck? He was quite literally a pile of bananas in a hat.
I don't think you can spoil this movie.
No.
I was gonna say a man-shaped pile of bananas, but that's not strictly speaking true.
Yeah, it was
No,
like
it's plopped.
what you would
As much
imagine. Just if you just went to the grocery store and dumped out a bunch of bananas,
Mhm.
and then somebody walked by and they goes, "Hey, that kind of looks like a dude." That's what.
Exactly how it looked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about as man-shaped as a pile of bananas can be without direct manipulation.
Yeah.
Without removing them from the
Banana
bunch
Man.
and things.
Yeah. I feel like this movie was a by accident movie. I don't feel like there was a lot of targeted plot or lines or music.
Well, I really thought so. At first, I was like, okay, we've got a situation. The girl's mom died, and husband or dad wants to get married again, and she's got that Beyonce wind because she's Jamiroquai's mom, and she floats around, and she's mad, even though it's been almost a decade since mom died. I feel like that's kind of fucked up. Like, even if you're a teenager, you should let your dad have some love in his life that doesn't come from you.
That dad could dress. I'm just saying.
I mean, that motherfucker had that Oxnit steez.
Well, I mean,
Oof.
he was a producer and a director. We found out, so of course he had.
Oh,
that money.
that's the director.
He was ordering direct from Oxnit. You're right.
He really was.
He was getting his knitwear from the source.
From
I love
the
that
source.
I love though that his house looks like that Las Vegas house that went viral. The mansion underground. That's the Fallout bunker that actually looks like a movie set. I like that. That's exactly how his house looked. It was exactly like that.
Well, and it looked like if you took all the plants off of the lanai from the Golden Girls,
Yeah.
it just took away all the greenery.
And then you
That's where it
filmed
is.
everything through glass, which was my favorite thing about that house. Is just like
Very stalkery vibe. I'm still pretty convinced that seagull that we heard was in the house, and they were like, "We have to get out of the house. Let's just go out on the balcony for a while, and hopefully it'll stumble its way back out again."
yeah, we called Kung Fu to remove the seagull that is currently lording over our house. She has not yet arrived.
Taking
and
all
we
over
all-
the house trying to get it figured out.
That seagull had just the best timing in this movie.
It's a funny seagull.
I think the seagull had the best timing in this whole film for comedy bits.
But
that was good.
I think
seagull was
I think
good.
that-
one time we saw an eagle was good.
that one time we saw an eagle, and I was like, "That's probably coming back," and it did not
No.
come back.
Yep.
Not at
It
all.
just shot across
Also,
the
it was-
screen and
It was just like that time a few weeks ago when I was driving at dusk to go to the pharmacy, and an owl almost hit my car because it decided this was the time to do a low flyby across the road, and fucking Hedwig almost bit it on that day.
So is it just me, or when that eagle flew by when they arrived at the house, did it actually look like one of those old moments on the Muppet Show where they would have Gonzo on a string and just throw him across the screen?
It was
Yeah, for
very
sure.
it was very the little baby Cenobite from what was that movie we watched with Cindy?
Oh, the Rock and Roll Nightmare.
Rock and Roll Nightmare. There we go. It's like it had
Yeah.
multiple names, and I've forgotten all of them.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
they just
furry
whipped
things,
a taxidermied eagle right across the camera, right across the shot.
Speaking of whiffing shit,
yeah, exactly. The
talk about
cat.
the cat.
We so not since Rat's Night of Terror have we seen such gratuitous chucking of an animal in a movie.
Yes,
onto
and I'm-
somebody.
Rita earmuffs, okay? They must have really hated that fucking cat.
Yeah, that cat deserves
By the way, I told
some
her
flowers.
earmuffs, and she came walking up to me. It's the opposite of earmuffs.
Yeah. I do want to. So for all of the characters in this film,
Okay.
by far the most defined character was Kung Fu.
Yes.
I feel like
Which
that was
makes
the most.
no sense.
Yeah, because she spent 3/4 of the movie in what Courtney stated was a swimsuit.
I think it looked like a tankini a la 2002, but this was the 70s, so I don't know what they were
Yeah.
trying to do.
He had the skimpiest outfit of all of them.
But she did whip the shit out of that telephone. Like, she
She
beat
whipped
the
that
shit out of a telephone.
Mm-hmm.
And some wall, I guess is what
Yeah.
that was. Is that a laundry
She did
chute?
a lot
What was
of-
that?
Structural damage to a house and not much else.
So that's why that lamp got her. Like that lampshade was just like, big bitch.
Got her ass
Yeah.
good. It really did.
Yeah.
In a way that I found deeply confusing.
That's pretty much everything. The piano,
Um,
deeply confusing.
speaking of confused, these young women, all of them deeply confused about their sexual preferences.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And
We-
what
I
do
mean,
you want
it's
to talk
obvious that
about
a couple of, I mean, it's obvious a couple of them just have a dead-on attraction to their school teacher.
Yes, who was a butch lesbian, capital B,
Yeah.
capital L, butch.
Yeah. Smoking hot, butch, lesbian.
Wasn't just evil Knievel's
Arranged
loungewear.
marriage. Arranged
Uh-huh.
marriage.
Very
In
much arranged marriage.
1978.
And
But
then of course,
that piping on the tracksuit with the stars,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
evil Knievel wears this shit to bed.
but of course, the relationship between Fantasy and Gorgeous, it borderline hentai.
Was it fancy? Sometimes it was Melody and Gorgeous.
Yeah. Sometimes it was Melody and Gorgeous. Sometimes it was
Gorgeous
Fantasy
was so
and
pretty
Gorgeous.
that everyone wanted to fuck Gorgeous.
She wanted all of them, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just borderline lesbian anime porn moment, basically.
We don't talk. This show isn't billed. When we don't bill ourselves as a gay show.
Nope.
No.
We don't do it.
Until
However-
now, our last episode.
But I mean,
No.
we are a gay show, and this might have been the gayest movie we've watched on this gay show.
It says a lot because we watched The Gay Deceivers twice
Yes.
on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Missed that one. This is my time. You're not gonna believe this. I have to say it. I said it.
Oh my god.
But
this
yeah, no,
movie.
not a. This is a very white show, but a very not straight show.
Yeah.
None of us is
We got
straight.
that going for us. We're lily white, but we ain't
Yes.
that straight.
I'm so white, I'm pink, but I'm not very straight.
And then in this movie, we have the musical number out of nowhere of
You mean by the O-Nighters?
yes, where it taught us the biggest lesson of this movie: cherries were meant to be eaten and fish were meant to swim.
The
Yeah.
clearest message in the film.
Yes.
Courtney, would you like to talk to us a little bit about the soundtrack, the score for this
I would love
movie?
to talk at length about how this is actually does have a plot. I know earlier I said there was no plot and it made no sense, but it actually became clear to me once I realized that this is a story about a woman who prophesies the life of a young man who should have died in 9/11 but didn't. And because he didn't die in 9/11, he joined a band that got very, very famous. And then he quit that band to make comic books. And that man's name is Gerard Way, because this song is the Black Parade, Down Boots. And also sometimes it's Desperado by Eagles.
Yeah, no, I think it's the long run.
Sometimes it's the long run.
I think it's the long run. Let's
All those songs are kind of the same.
credit what credit is due. I think it's Take It to the Limit one more time. It's what I think that song is.
Oh, man. Now I have to go back and listen to all those songs in succession, and then I need to find a DJ because I don't have the tools. But someone does.
Well, you could just buy the soundtrack, and then you can
No,
pair
I
them
need to
together.
thread it through, and I don't have the equipment.
Oh,
Well, I don't want
Or
you to
the
listen to that
desire-
many Eagles songs, so TaskRabbit that shit. Nobody should have to listen to that many Eagles songs.
I'm gonna find that blonde boy on TikTok that's always mixing weird songs together. You know that blonde
That's
boy?
90% of my Instagram now is just dudes mixing songs that shouldn't be together into songs. That's what I do now. And fatigue pants.
Yeah,
They're
it's
trying to sell me fatigue pants, which I bought 2 pairs of, so it's working. Thank you,
You know,
Instagram. Fuck.
I genuinely don't have a lot of notes about this movie.
you were
because-
dumbfounded the whole time.
Yeah, I was mostly baffled. I can't believe they kept calling that max 115-pound young woman fat.
Yep,
Put
she was
it in
fat.
her hand all you want.
I don't
And
think
just
she
to
was over
emphasize-
100 pounds.
Yeah, and,
I
and
could
to
have put my
emphasize
arms
it,
around her thighs.
Yeah, like this.
I could have put
Easily.
my yeah, I could have done the 2 fingers, like the circle
Mhm.
around any part of her body. She's fine. Like
all
you said,
entire
Courtney, she
time,
just has a round face.
yeah,
She
she's
just
just
had-
talking all
she-
the time. I need to eat. I'm hungry. Scaring gets me hungry. And I'm just like, oh, I
Where
am
did
one
you get the
note.
hamburger?
Yes.
From your hamburger
even-
pouch?
She did have
I-
a lot of cute little pouches, and I was like, damn, I need some little pouches for my snacks.
I have a
Yeah,
bag
you need
of
some snack
holding, and it
pouches.
is actually nothing but a Brahms bag of burgers.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
was
you
a
need-
Brahms bag of burgers.
You need a little loose meat sandwich bag. Just pulling that out of there.
I am a psycho snack person. I did bring a whole family size box of Cheez-Its in to watch the film.
Jesus Christ, you and Lacey. You and Lacey with
Yeah.
your Cheez-Its.
Hey, can I ask a question for
Yes.
America? People who prefer cheese nips. Is anybody in the chat somebody who prefers a cheese nip to a cheese it?
Not here.
Good, because
No.
I have questions for you, such as
I don't
why.
even know what the
And
fuck the
honestly-
cheese nip is. I don't even know where they get off. It's like half of a Cheez-It. They just take a Cheez-It and half it
It's
on
an-
the
Couldn't be
long
bothered.
side.
I don't know.
takes
It
some
feels
of the
like
nip.
inflation.
What do you fucking want a bugle? Fucking pieces of shit.
Oh, I did like
You want a salty
you just
funnel?
make fake fingernails out of them.
exactly. I was like,
To
Roy knew
change your
exactly what I
oil?
was talking.
You're a toy. They're a fucking toy.
They're a fucking toy. That's why I don't have them. I'm 38 almost. Oh, there's the cameo
fucking-
from the kitty cat
they-
for the final.
When they made a Cheez-It, they shut it down, and nobody can do anything now. They're flailing. They're
it's
flailing.
done. It's done for crunchy, cheesy boys. We got goldfish. We got
You can make
cheese. It's done.
Avocado and rosemary Triscuit, you son of a bitch.
Wrap it up.
It's time
What's
to
your
end
problem?
it. Cheese is just going to
Like
flex
cats.
on your ass with them dark ones.
You know, if I
Yes.
The blackened
so
ones.
anyway, I've got
If I get
Blanche
a
in my
cake-
lap.
if I get a case of Cheez-Its, I thank you guys because I fucking love Cheez-Its.
We all love Cheez-Its. Nobody doesn't
They're
love
so good.
Cheez-Its.
I'm getting you the hot and spicy ones, and I'm sending them to your house, and they will be a fine powder by the time they get there. But
It'd be a concrete mix that you're just going to mix
will
in your
be.
mouth.
Break your chicken in it like you're somebody's mama in 1992.
Speaking of cheesy acting from the woman that I
That's
called
good transition.
that I
that
called
was
the
smooth.
Sarah
That was
Paulson character
professional.
that never happened.
You mean the auntie, or do you
with the
mean
auntie.
Jamiroquai's mom?
The auntie. That
Oh, the
is
auntie.
the Sarah Paulson character that's never happened.
I still
minute
want
you
you to
see
dress
her,
up
you're
like
like,
this
it's
woman for
perfect.
Halloween. Can we get a crew together to do the house people for Halloween? I want to get you a fuck ass bob, and I want to get you set up.
Can I be Kung Fu?
Yes, of course. I'm going to be the fat one, obviously.
Do I
want
need
my
the
snack
eyeball-
pouches.
Do I need the eyeball to put on my mouth to be
Yes,
Mac's
it's
eye to go back
Halloween.
and forth?
You'll have a bunch of them. We'll get you a bag of them now so that you can practice messing with it with your tongue, so you can be like, bleh, bleh, so that it moves the way you want it to move. You're gonna be a pro.
I do love the fact that she answers the door in her little Matthew Lillard from Hackers glasses.
Yes, she did have those little fucking glasses.
I am
Wheelchair.
Morpheus.
In her little
So good.
wheelchair. And then they're like, "Oh, what happened to your legs?" Nothing, bitch. I'm gonna dance.
Fucking
And she just
nothing. Next scene, she's on her feet with no problems.
I think my favorite. Okay, so my favorite thing about that dynamic, the auntie and the 6 girls that descend on her house dynamic, is the auntie spends. So shit doesn't get real till about. So the first act of this movie is them getting to the auntie's house.
Mm-hmm.
They got to
Way
ride
too
a
long
train.
to get there. It really made no sense.
They got to ride a train. They got to do
That's
all
my
kinds
problem.
of things.
They got to go through a Dr. Seuss illustrated book.
They
Blanche
do.
the cat had her own ticket on the train. She had her
Got
own
there
seat
before
and they took it from
everyone.
her. She was like, "You
Um,
bitches are so late. Teenage girls are the worst."
And then it wasn't until like 3/4 of the way through Act 2 that shit gets real weird, like real weird. And but all the way through Act 2, Auntie is trying to be weird and menacing, and the teenage girls just do not acknowledge
Nope.
just nothing for this woman.
No,
woman
it
is
was
doing it
very
all.
it was very Get Out, where they're saying things that you as an audience member are like, "That seems kind of fucked," and everybody else is like, "Cool, awesome."
Yeah. She's doing all kinds of weird shit, floating around, saying
Mac,
weird
you look
shit.
very tasty.
Yeah. And the girls are just like, "Oh, piano. Oh,
I'm gonna
How
play the
sweet
Black
for
Parade on
you.
the
someone in
piano.
the well."
How sweet for you.
Why did they put the watermelon in the well? Did they ever explain that, or did they just sort of do
Yes.
it?
So
feel like I didn't
the
get
reason they put the watermelon in the well is because the auntie claimed that the refrigerator was broken, so they used a natural refrigerator for
doesn't
water from the
follow.
well.
That
Yeah.
doesn't follow
Oh,
at all.
like
Watermelon
everything
is fine
else in this movie follows.
This is my problem with the logic of the movie. A watermelon is fine at room temperature.
Yeah. You don't need a cold watermelon.
Spends most of its life at room temperature. It's actually fine.
It's not an Arctic watermelon. I
Speaking
think
of
it would be
watermelons,
weird. I think it would be weirder if it was in the refrigerator. If you put the watermelon in the refrigerator and then
An
took
unsliced watermelon in the refrigerator? You're a serial
How much-
killer.
Also, are you made of fucking money? How big is your refrigerator that you're going to put
Right.
an uncut watermelon in your refrigerator?
And like it wasn't an American watermelon, but it was still pretty fucking
it
big.
was a fucking cannonball. Those were bombs from Mario.
The ba-bomb. Apparently a sex bomb, because we started seeing full nudity of these teens. At
Oh,
least
yeah.
one of them. It could have been more than one. The shots were very confusing and fast.
I mean, who knows what the age
Who got
of
eaten by the
consent
bed?
is? That was that.
Was that no music got eaten by the piano? Did Smart get eaten by the bed?
No, Smart was swallowed in the water and dissolved.
Okay, so let's go down the list. Sorry, spoiler alert for a movie that's like 50 years old.
That's like about 50
spoiler
plus.
alert for a movie we cannot spoil.
I don't. Yeah,
Like-
I still don't super know what happened. Hot got eaten by the mirror.
Yeah,
Right.
Fat. What happened to Fat?
they never explained. She went outside.
She just kind
to
of
go
wasn't there anymore.
Look. Yeah, she went outside to go look at the watermelon, and suddenly she's the watermelon.
Well, there
She
was a
had
severed
heart
head.
out on Wednesday.
Yeah. There was a severed head that bit her on the ass.
Hmm
Right.
Her
It was a
big fat
thing on-
ass that was about the size of a navel orange.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not at all.
Not at all
And then
fat.
she died.
Yeah,
Somehow.
she died from ass bite. I got killed by the lamp.
Yes.
Dream. How did Dream die? Is Dream the one that got eaten by the bed? That seems
No,
appropriate.
Dream was the one. Dream was the one that died in the arms of the vampire aunt, thinking that it was.
I'm not confused because I thought they all died from like it was supposed to be like Dante's Inferno appropriate ways, right?
Yes,
That's why I
don't
thought
know.
it must have been Dream that died in the bed, and then she came back as a ghost, and that's why she wanted to get up in them titties.
I don't know.
Did this movie make too much sense? Did I
Gorgeous
crack
didn't
the code?
Right. Pretty didn't die. Pretty became.
The house.
Yeah, she
The house.
was sucked up in the mirror.
Yeah. And at the end, she's in flagrante with probably. I think you're probably right.
I'm sure
I think you're
everybody
probably
who's
right.
listening to this right now who has no inkling
then-
of what
and
this
then
movie
Smart-
is about is going, what the fuck?
Smart
Smart
died because of the
in that-
book.
Yeah. Yeah.
She got sucked into the wall by the book. I don't have anything else. It sounded
And
like I
then-
was going to continue that sentence,
That
but
was-
I don't have anything
That
else.
was during the kung fu fight with the doors.
Yes. That's
Where
why
she was just fighting all the doors in the house.
you're not going to believe this, dear audience. That's where it got confusing.
The
And
last
then somehow,
15 minutes of
somehow,
this movie is fucked. It's fucked.
and then somehow, a naked prof, the smart one, got into like this giant lake.
Was
Of
it Smart
cat
One that was
blood.
naked?
Yes, it was smart one that was naked. They got her
Okay.
naked in the
Mm.
pool of cat blood.
I'm still not sure which one because there were so we had Kung Fu and we had Fat and we had Hot and the other ones kind of all just were also rants.
Yeah, well, we know what happened to music. She got
Yeah,
eaten by
because
the
of music.
piano.
The only reason I knew she existed at all was because she had music, and I was like, "Oh yeah, there's one of them that's called music." So
Yeah. God, I don't know. Fucking know.
we've already
I've
thought
seen
about this
movie
more than
3 times
anyone
and I have
involved.
no
in it.
idea. Yeah.
I'm still not over it. I ADHD'd myself a little bit. Hot was so mad that her dad wants to get married, and she said, "I'm gonna invite her to my auntie's house, and when we get to auntie's house, I'm gonna bully the shit out of her with my friends I just met." And they just sort of didn't do that. They just kind of forgot they were gonna do that.
I think, forgot a lot of things with this movie.
I think I might have unlocked what was supposed to be the plot. Now that we're talking about it, I think I actually unlocked it in my brain.
Okay.
They
give it to us.
never telegraphed us all of this. They never actually telegraphed any of this. But I
Well,
think
You're
I
making
just
it
like,
sound like a
shit.
Steve. This is like a Stephen Lynch. I mean, a David Lynch movie.
It's
Like-
also Stephen Lynch. It's deeply inappropriate and it has acoustic guitar.
You hell raised this movie
I
into
did. I
shape.
think I've Rubik's cubed it. So her plan, it sounds like Auntie says, "I'm giving you, Father Man, the house." And he says, "Cool, this is a perfect time. We're already making a big upheaval in our life. It's the break in school because the Japanese only have like 2 weeks not school a year. we're going to move to this new place. You're going to start at a new school and I'm going to get married. And it's going to be this big transition all at once. And she said, absolutely fuck that. I'm going to bring my friends. And I believe she says in the movie she met most of them only once before. It was her and which one was Pictures? Was Fantasy Pictures?
No, she said that she only met her and her aunt once before.
That's what I'm missing. So she's like, I'm going to bring my friends up and we're going to fuck with this new mommy all summer, the whole break we have. And by the time it's time for us to go to school, she's going to run away screaming and I'm going to have my papa back and everything will be back to normal.
She wanted to parent trap it.
But yeah, she wanted to parent trap it, except she didn't know that the house was Dante's Inferno and all of them were hoisted by their own individual petards.
So,
and this is supposed to be like Jaws?
I've got...
Where's the shark?
Got a question in that case.
Okay, I'm ready because I'm making the shit up.
I think you are right. I think you are absolutely correct.
It's because I watch a lot of middle school half-baked theater that I'm like, I see what you were trying to do. It didn't get there, but I see what you wanted to do.
The answer to this question is 1. How many days does it take for the movie to unravel?
Really great question.
The actual meat of the movie once they're at the house to once Jamiroquai's mom shows up.
Yeah,
how long is that?
It was supposed to be one night.
I think it was big night. Yeah, they made the timpano out of their body parts. Night. Yes, I think it all happened in real time. It's a minute-to-minute film. Wow! Now that I've cracked it, actually, genius, incredible movie.
Yeah. Great. I love it now.
Oscar. I love it now.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
Fellini would be proud.
We still don't have a reason that Togo and an American painter had a weird... There? Yeah.
I don't know why they were there.
Why we cut to them every half hour doing something.
The only thing I could think is that they were like comedians at the time that were popular in Japan, and they were like, hey, you know what would be fun is if we had Cheech and Chong in this, and then they would just cut back to Cheech and Chong silly just because it's the 70s.
Oh, so it is like Get Out, but it's Lil Rel.
Exactly, cutting back to Lil Rel.
Yeah. Okay.
And instead of again, 10-year-old spoiler alert for Get Out, instead of him saving the day at the end,
he turns into bananas.
Did a bunch of bananas. I guess they considered that for Lil Rel, and they were like, "Oh Jesus Christ, no, we can't do that. That's racist as fuck." No.
I think we're the only people, Courtney. Thanks to you, I think we're the only people that understand this movie in the world. I've never met anybody who could tell me what this movie was about until today. Until
I'm
this
great
moment.
at bullshitting. I'm so good
This
at
is the
bullshitting.
last episode of the show, and we did it.
And I made some shit up. I tied up all the ends for the director who did not do it.
We are going to fucking ascend after this.
So, question: would you recommend this movie?
There's a great cat in it. Obviously, I recommend this movie.
Hold on before we
haven't
move
talked
forward.
about the cat. The cat's a real bitch.
We need to spend some time on the cat.
Oh yeah, we do need to spend some time on the cat because that cat really was a real star in this movie.
Yeah, everybody knows the cat. At least the depiction of the cat that everybody has seen on the cover of this,
on the t-shirts and everything.
Yeah, on the posters, whatever. That cat is a star. That cat is a star.
Blanche, you're out of control, bitch. I love you.
And the thing about the cat in this movie is the cat is number one build. Obviously, it's on everything.
Mm-hmm.
The cat is supposed to be ominous and doing ominous things. I forget who pointed out, it might have been Courtney, that the cat does nothing uncat-like the entire movie.
Just being what a cat does. And most of the time looking confused and terrified.
Yeah. Yeah. As if you were a cat on a set with 6 teenage girls, making so much noise and just terrorizing you in every way that a cat hates.
I genuinely think the director was like, we need to add these green flashes because every time we see this cat, it's just looking at us like, why? Why are you doing this?
I didn't. What have I done to you? What have I done? Cat betrayal is the worst betrayal, by the way.
Oh, yes, it is.
She looked
Like, a cat-
genuinely sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, why did you throw me?
Yeah, that cat gets straight chucked.
Twice.
And when the cat lands after she catches her and like winces because of the claws digging into her torso, and the cat all of a sudden has this look on his face like, "Wah!" Yeah.
Why did you do that? Pretty sure it was not a trained cat. It did not seem like a trained cat.
This is not a trained cat. They just
It
filmed
wasn't
it
a
on the
nice
set
cat.
doing shit.
It was just a sweet cat. That was just someone's sweet cat.
It was okay being around people. That's all.
Yeah.
When the
She's
cat
just
walked
so
around
sweet.
When the cat walked across the keyboard, the director was like, "Oh my god, perfect! Yes, we
Get
finally have
it!
footage."
Did we get that?
Get that!
Camera was on that cat for a year and a half before they started filming this movie,
Really were.
waiting for the cat to do something that they could use.
Because at
Oh,
one
yes.
point they literally did just have the camera on the cat, and she was just like licking her leg,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everybody was like,
We've also got to talk about the gorilla ramen chef
"Oh yeah, those
that a
guys that were there
bear?
for no reason."
or bear.
think it was
no,
a
it was a
bear.
bear. The bear.
Was
The
a
bear
bear, yeah,
ramen
it was a bear.
chef.
But that
Again,
wasn't
for-
happening at the house.
No, he was
No.
on his journey to the house.
Togo passed it, and they didn't see. They were like, "That's not important."
There's a bear cooking ramen. It's fun.
Yeah.
We
And
see
it's
that
a
every
really
day.
good ramen.
Mm-hmm. He loves it.
He drove past the Spirited Away place, and then drove up the hill to see the Watermelon Man.
The watermelon man is like the harbinger of doom for there.
I'm still
Only
trying
he
to figure.
only
Is
he
he like the
encourages
friend?
you. I don't know if he's like the friend or if he's like the town craze or
Yeah,
if
I
he's
see
like
a lot
the-
of history down that road, guy.
yeah,
He's
if
the
he's
old-
that.
He's the old coot at the gas station telling people not to go down to the lake because of the murders that happened down there. That's what he is.
And then they say, "Well, I'm going anyway." Except
And
then
they
he
got it
killed a
wrong.
guy for reasons.
And they got it wrong.
I still don't know why they killed that boy. He wasn't mean to him. He was just like, "I don't like watermelon. Sorry, I just don't want to buy a watermelon."
Maybe he was literally allergic to bananas. Just the mere mention of
I just-
bananas makes him dissipate.
The motivation's not there. Putting on my Law and Order cap, I'm looking at him, and he's driving up the car, and it's like ba 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 ba. Then he gets the watermelon stand, and it's like da 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 da. And I don't know.
Who turned him into bananas?
Oh, I wasn't
I don't know.
planned.
It wasn't close. That place is not close to the house. We've established that. Like they had to fucking hike
Yeah,
from
they
Watermelon
hoofed
Man
it.
to the house.
Because that was my thought when he ran back into the car screaming about bananas. I was like, you can't drive up there. If you could, they would have done it.
Yeah.
And Jamaica's mom flew there.
Yeah, she just
She
hovered.
parked her car right by him. And she just went, wee.
Just moved up there.
I'm gonna put my chair over
I don't know why she's a who,
Good.
but
doing a Jamiroquai. Do who's fly?
it just like appropriate music.
Please tell me that was actually just asked and that was not the drugs.
I
The
don't think that
Fly?
was drugs. She's on the
The implication was that you'll believe that who's can fly.
Jesus Christ.
I can't remember any of the words of virtual insanity.
I don't think there are any.
But what I also loved that you guys were talking about like the holding to traditions and customs of when she's opening the house. But I swear she was opening the house with all of the energy of opening an onset spa, and her first customer was waiting outside to go in,
did.
and you saw
That door went on for days.
Yeah. It did. It
It's
did.
like when you're opening up a Forever 21 at a mall, and the gate just keeps going
Sure.
and going and
Come-
going.
Come get your Hello Kitty t-shirt. It's going to disintegrate in 15 washes.
You're 5 minutes late back from lunch, and you're the only one working, and you had to put the sign on and close the gate and put the sign on the door that said you'll be back in
Mhm.
20 minutes.
Janet didn't put
There's
enough
3
bulldog clips on the mannequin, so the Triple X t-shirt looks fucking stupid.
Got to get back in the store. There's 3 people outside waiting. They just want their pop fucking vinyls. And you have that bourbon chicken that you've been waiting on all week because it's payday. It's bourbon chicken day. Fucking Carl didn't show up today. He got busted for sticking t-shirts in his big gulp and sneaking out, and somebody caught him finally. Piece of shit.
Welcome back to Mall Yelling. This is about us talking about how we're mad at our
Yeah, new
jobs when we worked
podcast.
in the mall. We all used to work at the mall.
And we all yell about it. We
We're all
invite
mad.
people on to yell about it. Great.
Oh my God, bourbon chicken. I haven't thought about that in a long time. That seems like to be at every single fucking food court in the mall. It's like, even if it was a Chinese,
Yeah, but it's fucking
place, it's
expensive.
bourbon chicken. It was the most expensive item they had on the menu.
The mall, the Fairfield Commons Mall here, I think they're doing a bit where I only go in like once every couple of months for something really specific. But every time I walk by the food court and it's different restaurants every single time, I think they're doing a bit.
No, they're fucking with you personally.
Yeah, I think they are. They're Truman showing me.
Rita's
In a
up on
bit.
the mic again. Rita, do you have any thoughts about Blanche the cat? Her eye
just
flashed
didn't know-
green for those of you.
Good. You're gonna have a
just
fun
listening.
night.
Ah,
Man, I hope I die in some poetic justice-y sort of way. Something that I deserve for reasons that are unclear.
Right. None of those girls did anything.
no,
Do
they-
anything to
no,
anybody
that
went to
was the
school.
thing. That was the thing, was that the reason why she stayed as a ghost and possessed the house was because her fiance promised, after going off to war, what war we don't know, they never made it clear.
The timeline was deeply unclear.
Yeah.
They made it
All
seem
of
like
them.
it was World War II, but they were all in like flapper. They were
All of the wars.
all the
And-
wars.
Because he never came back like he promised, and she died in the house, she possessed the house and is now bringing in all of the unwedded girls and women that she can to eat them.
Yep.
So they never
Which
get married.
suggests
Also,
that all of them are waiting on someone who hasn't showed up, which is not accurate. Those women are lesbians.
True. I mean,
it
we
all runs
established
right
that.
back down to that they're lesbians.
We
They
established
are.
that in the opening, almost the opening of the movie.
They
Yeah.
did a nose tap to say goodbye.
I mean, the
This is
gym teacher.
basically a
I'm going to
kiss.
assume. I'm going to assume she's the PE teacher. I'm going to
Yeah.
assume.
She was holding
that
a
was
basketball
the
or something.
establishing. That was the
That was a
establishing
clipboard.
of the thing. Yeah,
She had a clipboard, which is very coach.
yeah. We established right there that they were all lesbians.
Mm-hmm. The
And-
light flirting, a little light chaste flirting with your gym teacher. Come now.
Mhm.
Hit the showers, Carrie.
Everybody should watch this movie. Now that we know what it's about, everybody should watch
I've
this
I've
movie.
unlocked it. I've figured it out. I've got your ass. What's the director?
The next Criterion release will have this on it as the as one of the commentary tracks for the movie.
When they
Just
do
this
the Ultra
episode
HD,
of Cult Cinema Catacombs.
when they
It
do
won't
the
be
Ultra
long enough with
HD
them talking
4K.
about like the parts of the movie. It'll just play over the movie randomly.
Yeah. Nobuhiko Bayashi, I got your ass.
Literally, I understand your ass.
I understand your ass now, and you're a lesbian, and you were explaining to us about how you're a lesbian. Unless that's
I'm
a photo
sure
of someone
he,
else.
I'm sure he is happy to know at his age today that he is a
Okay, so
lesbian.
it's the man in that photograph. Who's the woman in this photograph? The
It's
photograph is mostly of a woman.
yeah, it's a man.
Is it? I don't know. I'm looking at this image and it centers on a woman, and also a man is there. He's taking up like a quarter of the shot. He's really not in it. AI is great. Thanks, Google, you fucking big piece of shit.
Oh my God. So
Anywho,
Courtney, do you recommend this movie?
yeah, dude, it's fun. Stupid. So it's like 90 minutes. What,
Yeah,
you're
it's a
doing
quick
something
movie.
so important you can't watch HAUSU for 20 minutes, 90 minutes? Come on.
It's on Tubi now. Go to Tubi. Go watch it. It has.
You'll watch 2 episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race that are a hard hour each, but you can't watch HAUSU? Come on.
Yeah. You're gonna watch House and not HAUSU. You're gonna watch Dr. Freak on House for 2 hours. You're gonna watch.
I know you nasty little freaks. You can't sleep without having TV on. Put on HAUSU.
Yeah. You're gonna watch Not
said-
Lupus for 2 hours and not watch this.
It's hysteria or whatever the shit.
You
Yeah,
watch The
big idea
Americans
and now
again?
you're allergic.
You're gonna-
Yes, again? Come on.
You watch The Americans again?
Widow's Bay, at least. That guy's the same character, basically.
Jesus. The CSI Origin or NCIS Origin. The Origin of NCIS is a show that you're gonna watch now. And
But you
not
can't
this.
have time for House. Oh, I don't have time for HAUSU. Come on. We have to antagonize these people or they're going to want more episodes.
I don't want to watch HAUSU, but I'll instead watch this season of Married with Children.
Yeah, you're going to watch that. You're watching Friends again. I know it was progressive for the time. Get over it.
No, they're not watching Friends. They're watching Friends again. It is on Quibi. They relaunched it.
Oh, shit. They got that on Plube?
They got Plube. If you go to Plube, you can watch Friends again.
For those
Not
who
only
don't
is
have
Plube
Plube,
really does have it for you.
it'll soon be
It's-
dropping on Bidding.
It's shot by shot Friends, but it's shot in a Bennigan's. You thought it was again because it's again.
Again. It's not again. It's again.
Yeah, it's Friends again. It's shot in a Bennigan's.
Friends again. They don't go to Central Perk. They go to Bennigan's. Idiot.
They built
Plube
the
has
set
it for
in
you.
the last. They built the set in the last Bennigan's.
5 of the episodes so far have been directed by Tommy Wiseau.
That checks out.
Yeah,
And the other ones
There's
are
a
all Gary
line to it.
Murray.
at that Bennigan's right now.
He just lives there. It's his
He
house.
does everything at the Bennigan's. Combination Friends again and Bennigan's. Friends
Roy,
again again's.
Friends again.
Yeah.
Roy, what was your favorite show we ever did on this here podcast? This thing that we do as friends.
Oh God. God, because there's been so many where Andrew and I, and then all 3 of us were just like, what the fuck? I have multiple.
You can
ones,
say Dick
honestly.
Shark. It's okay. This is a safe space.
Oh no,
God
God,
damn.
no,
God
no,
damn.
no, not
The
Dick
movie
Shark.
that I was
Damn.
supposed to come on for, and y'all were like, no. You
Yeah.
can't come on for this.
Stand by it. I'll never change my mind. I will never change my mind.
Back when I was a rotating guest, and you're like, it's normally your week, but we're not doing this to you.
I would.
I'm
if I
gonna-
had money, if I had the real money, I would go on a crusade to remove Dick Shark from the world. Scorched earth. Take it out.
So I've
Can't
got a
believe I
few.
own it.
I would have to say the one where Andrew and I discovered Premutos for the first time.
Truly
Because
delightful.
that was the game-changing moment for this show, was when we discovered Premutos.
I understood the plot of Bermudas more immediately than I did House. I didn't have to talk it out to get to the plot.
And then I would also have to say, when I had the pleasure of showing 2 of you Disco Godfather.
Maybe the single best movie that was unintentionally a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think some of them don't count. Like All That Jazz doesn't count.
No. When you watch a
Match doesn't
legitimately good
count.
movie. Yeah.
We brought those on purpose as good movies. Fat Kid doesn't
Yeah.
count either.
Yeah. No. Whenever we did a documentary, those are out. Because
Right. Don't
Unless
count.
it was Room 237, then that was just like a oh my god, what the hell
I
experience.
mean,
What a
everybody
wild
knows
movie.
what that is. That's the HAUSU of documentaries.
It really
Um,
is.
The thing about Bermuda,
I'm going to take HAUSU and I'm going to play it forward, and then I'm going to take HAUSU and play it backwards and
Over-
superimpose
put them
it
over each other.
again.
And then
the thing
you'll
about
see how Gerard Way was born.
Yes.
Bermudas for me wasn't even the fact that when we discovered it, which was quite the episode. You can listen to it.
It's
it was
very
the
good. I
journey
recommend you go back and download it.
It was the journey that movie went on for this show after that.
Yes.
Like watching it again.
Yeah, we did this three
times. Only movie we've watched 3 times on this show.
And appreciation grew for it every single, like legitimately grew for it every single
To
watch.
the point where I bought the 3-disc special edition
Yeah,
on
it's got the
Blu-ray
soundtrack
with the
on
soundtrack.
CD.
There are dozens of us that love Premuto.
The fact that we have grown, the one thing I will say is, and I don't know how we did it, and we've been doing it for 5 years, 6 years, is how we've stayed a month and a half ahead of the zeitgeist when it comes to cult movies. I don't know, legitimately
Against
don't
all
know how
odds.
it's possible.
It's like we'll talk about something, look at this movie, and then like a month later, here it comes on Blu-ray or OTT 4K.
You wait into the season. They're going to announce they're doing a new adaptation of HAUSU, and it's going to be A24, and they're going to have to put Jenna Ortega in it. They're going to have to.
They're going to have to. They have to do
I'm
it.
pretty sure it's law.
Yeah, because with Premutos, when we discovered Premutos, someone had just uploaded it onto YouTube, and it was such a
not
bad.
thing you could watch
It
anywhere.
was such a bad print, and you could tell that it was filmed with like a camcorder.
It's just a whole potato.
And then, literally, a half year later, 6 months later, I'm at the website Blu-ray.com, and there is a thing for the 4K restoration of Premutos. I'm texting Andrew, you've got to see this. And that's where it began, was Premutos. Ever since then, it's like, we'll do something, and here it comes.
Yeah. And the what's happening now is like on Blue Sky, like where the groups of Blue Sky users watch horror movies together, is we'll do a movie, and I know some of them I think actually listen to the show, but I don't think most of them do.
Hello.
But they'll do a movie that we did, and I'm like, I want to say something, like, oh God, no, or yes, or whatever. And sometimes I do, depending on who's doing the movie.
This isn't as fun as you think it's gonna be.
Yeah, you're not gonna have a lot to talk about.
Don't watch Honky. Don't watch Honky.
Oh God, nobody's gonna watch Honky. I don't think anybody did watch Honky.
Except for you two.
So do you stand by, Courtney? Do you stand by? And Now the Screaming Starts is the worst movie you saw on this podcast?
Yeah, 100%. That and Easter Story.
Oh God.
The Easter Story.
I fucking hated
one.
that thing. I was so mad.
That was fucking hard. That was a hard watch, man.
I've been blanked out the actual recording because I usually listen to the recordings for quality assurance with producer Craig. Hi, producer Craig, I love you. That's the other thing I say. I think that's all the things I say. I said in one episode. And I have no memory of having listened to that episode, so I think I must have. Because it's not in my podcast app.
It exercised it out of our brain.
I just lobotomized it. I just went fucking Sister Sage and just shoved a screwdriver up my nose until it disappeared.
You just fucking went pie on that ass and just right into your head.
Just fucking Rosemary Kennedy. Just get it out of there.
See, had you have watched Dick Shark, had you had watched Dick Shark with us, you'd probably be saying Dick Shark. But we wanted to protect you from Dick Shark.
I don't appreciate that about you.
Because here's the thing about Dick Shark is Dick Shark you actively hate. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there's
you
feelings.
hate that movie.
Real
you
feelings.
hate it while you're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
You hate the content. You hate the acting. You hate the impetus
Bill.
of the movie. You hate it, right? As you're watching it. And now the screaming starts. You don't hate it. You know what I mean? You don't hate
forced to eat flavored tapioca.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
If there's more of it, how is there more?
I was about ready, but it's not close to me. I was about ready to pull my Blu-ray copy of it to show you guys because I
Of
own
course
it on
you did. I
Blu-ray.
know you did.
Oh, Andrew just suddenly got up and left
He's out.
upon that
He's fucking
news.
had it.
I needed chapstick for that.
Chapped his ass so bad it came up to his lips.
That's right.
The whole digestive tract is chapped by now the
Chapped
screaming.
on the inside. Run
What
its
if-
course.
What have been some fun films that you guys have discovered because of this show?
Oh man. Well,
Honestly,
and I'll tell you that
go ahead, Andrew.
I was gonna say that I love you guys to death. Really, I do. This show has been one of the. I've done 2 shows that have been truly joys to do, and this and Hey Kids Comics are the shows that I've absolutely loved the most. The one thing that this show did that I don't know if it would organically, and I don't know if I would ever be able to replicate it. I couldn't force it for sure. Was get Lacey involved in finding and watching and wanting to watch just the weirdest shit she could find, which brings me to Corn.
So good. It's still one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. When that boy took that railing off the stairs and tried to put it back, and he couldn't put it back.
Another movie that just like got sucked into our core of the show was Corn.
God, my God, because Lacey loves a Corn movie. We found Corn.
There's a second one now, right?
There is a second one, but that I think. Hold on, you know what? It's the last episode of the show.
Okay.
It's the last episode of the show. I'm pulling up my movies for Cult Cinema Catacombs.
Oh, this is fun. I like this too. I have my list as well.
Just to run through some of the movies in my list. Who is Phone? Is a movie. There was a show, and I want you guys to look up some of these. What a Dummy was a show that went on from 90 to 91.
I remember that one. Oh my God, with the ventriloquist dummy that was real.
With ventriloquist dummy that I was
like
going to
magic,
unleash.
except a comedy show.
I did want to do the J-Lo musical.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. Also, I was going to do Swan's Crossing at some point. The teenage soap opera that used to come on in the afternoons after school. I'm trying to look for any other ones that. Oh, there were when we were going to do the Tubi when the worst Tubi movies came around. I did have Love versus the Red Pill, which was a rom-com about MAGA. That I was going to force us to watch.
That sounds like a Christmas movie I almost brought to the show called An American Carol.
Oh God!
And it was about a Karen, and it turned out she was actually in the right the whole time.
Oh no!
No.
Do you guys
Really
know?
bad.
Do you guys know of The Adventures of Mark Twain, Angel Satan?
Oh yes, I am very familiar.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
Huge yikes! I'm so scary.
When this show ends tonight, when this episode ends, pull up The Adventures of Mark Twain, Angel Satan.
Angel Satan.
Oh wait, the claymation scene.
Yes, it's fucking horrifying. Like
That whole
genuinely,
movie is like that.
yes,
The
it's so
whole movie
scary.
is like
Let's see things I had planned on bringing to the show. Surf Ninjas, which is a movie
Nice.
from the '90s starring a
Yes.
teenage Rob Schneider.
Absolutely.
I had some modern ones in here. I had Bright. I wanted to bring to the show someday.
I watched
Will
that
Smith
not too
org
long
movie?
ago. Again, yes.
Jingle All the Way 2. There's a second one.
Oh, with Larry the Cable Guy.
You
and
bitch.
the one I'm
Just
hateful. I really am. And there's one. This one is actually not a bad thing. It's a good thing, and I just never found the right slot for it. And we're gonna have like a watch party where we do this together someday. And so don't look up anything about it. There's an episode of the Chris Gethard show. Yes, Chris Gethard had a TV show.
yes, and it's
And
fantastic.
It's really good. And there's one particular episode of it called One Man's Trash that you are not allowed to look up and watch at all.
I have seen it.
You've seen it. I wanted to bring that to the show.
Oh my god. Oh
Because
my god.
I've never been more mesmerized by an episode of television than I was by that.
Yeah, that show was great. Roy, do you have a list of anything?
Yeah, do you have a secret list?
I had a few. Courtney, in July, we were going to finally force the 1984 Dune on you.
Oh shit, we were going to do Dune. We could still do Dune.
We were going to do it as a
special standalone podcast where we go through all the Dunes.
You want to do? I'll put this on the table right now. If we want to continue doing quarterly vampire Dracula movies,
I'm not mad. I got
you let
plenty
us
of
know.
them.
We can keep that. We can keep that thread open.
I also had Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend on my list.
Holy shit! I saw that movie in the theater 4 times.
Let's see. I also had on my list from Justin to Kelly.
Oh yeah. You threatened that on us at least once.
Yeah, you would.
It was going to happen.
That carrot and that stick.
I also had on my list wanted to do a month of Vincent Price, and I was going to do Theater of Blood.
Theater of Blood is fan-fucking-tastic.
Is Theater of Blood comedy?
It is a comedy. It is a comedy horror film. It's about a critic who fakes his suicide and then goes after the critics who made his life miserable.
Funny.
Yeah. Lacey and I went down a Vincent Price rabbit hole, and there's that one. There's the one where he is and they're all kind of comedies just because Vincent Price is such a little bitch.
So goofy.
There's the one comedy there's the one where he was a actor on, like a Shakespearean actor that was that they wouldn't make his movie they wouldn't make his play. They wouldn't put on his play for some reason. So he started murdering people in the way, like in
That's
Shakespearean.
Theater of Blood.
That one's Theater of Blood. What's
That's
the
Theater
other
of Blood.
one then? With where he dressed up in the mask and was killing, because there's two of them that are pretty similar.
Oh, that's the Abominable Dr. Phibes.
No, it wasn't that one. I'll find it. But yes, Theater of Blood's fantastic, and I would have loved to have done that on here.
I was also going to have us tackle Sid and Marty Krofft, and we were going to watch a couple of episodes of Lidsville.
Jesus.
That's the one I've never seen. I watched a lot of Sid and Marty Krofft in my childhood because I'm super regular and had a normal upbringing.
And then on the Tubi Bring the Pain month, I was going to bring a little movie, very, very offensive, but I would have just wanted to watch the two of you cringe. It's called Return of the Moonwalker.
I have that on my list.
You have that on your list too. Okay.
Yes.
Andrew, are you familiar with this movie?
No.
It's from 2013. It's about a time-traveling sorcerer who is creating this fake circus and is resurrecting Michael Jackson to turn into a super soldier for a global revolution.
It looks truly terrible.
And the lesbian detective couple is trying to figure out why.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
It gets wilder. In order to distract Michael Jackson, the sorcerer has two of his dwarf henchmen pose as children.
Like the Venture Brothers.
Yeah. But it gets worse. The reason he resurrects them is to help him create this global domination is an artifact that he needs to get is in like the bowels of hell. And the only way to get to it is you have to moonwalk to it to grasp it. Only one other person in history has had the power. Has had the power to moonwalk and grab this object.
Oh, no.
And it was going to turn out that person is Adolf Hitler.
Oh God! I don't know what's worse because I thought it might be Corey Feldman.
Yeah, I thought it might be Corey Feldman when I saw it too.
So I was going to almost bring that movie to.
Roy, I was thinking of Madhouse as my Vincent Price movie.
Oh, Madhouse. Okay, yes, I know that one.
And then producer Craig had a list going.
Oh, okay.
With such beautiful movies as Gymkata.
Yes.
Excellent film. Rappin'.
Oh God, the third.
The soundtrack
movie?
on vinyl.
The Man with One Red Shoe.
Oh,
was that Tom Hanks?
Yes.
Okay.
He had Hell Comes to Frogtown, which is classic. That's like candy for us.
Yes.
And Mordecai, the Johnny Depp movie Mordecai.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's better at this than all of us.
The first half of that, I would have let him, like, if I owned a theater, I would let him put on a film festival, and then
Honestly.
And then he hit Mordecai, and that's a brick wall, buddy. I'm
He's
sorry.
Like, absolutely fucking
See,
not.
Chris had one he always wanted us to do called The Seduction with Morgan Fairchild.
Okay.
And the film was supposed to be a serious discussion about stalkers with celebrities.
Sure.
And when the movie was made, it was supposed to start the conversation, but because of how ridiculous the movie is, it really didn't. The conversation didn't start until My Sister Sam. But this movie is about a television reporter who has a stalker played by Fisher Stevens.
God bless him.
And starts stalking her, and it gets to the point where there is this over-the-top campy scene where Morgan Fairchild is in a gossamer nightgown, running around the house in high heels with long nails and a 12-gauge shotgun, just shooting the shit out of Fisher Stevens.
Is there anything more cult cinema catacombs than a beloved actress of a certain age Bonnie Tylering about?
No.
That's the most quintessentially us thing.
Exhibit A is the hearse.
Yes, exhibit B is evil speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys?
That
I did have
lady?
CB4. I did have CB4 on my list.
Oh my god.
Did want to bring CB4.
We're just giving Franco homework at this point. Franco, don't watch
we are.
these movies.
Are
Don't
you
do
guys?
it.
I'm asking this because I didn't watch it and I've never seen it, but I wanted to bring it to the show. Are you guys familiar with Frankenstein General Hospital?
No.
No, but I'm already told.
Oh, you gotta look up Frankenstein General Hospital. It is exactly what you think it is.
I will look it up if you both look up Frankenstein's Monster Frankenstein, which I wanted to bring to the show, but it's been too good for all of our spooky months. Because it was like, bring something that's kind of shitty. And I'm like, fuck, it's not kind of shitty. It's actually really good.
I'm just going to throw this into the chat so you all can take a look at this.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to throw the IMDb page in, okay? That's all.
Okay.
So you guys can check out you can check it out. I'm trying to figure out. There it is. There's the IMDb page for Frankenstein's General Hospital, and it is exactly what you think it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of right there on the tin, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. It looks really funny.
It looks real bad. It looks real bad and real funny, and I'm sad that I never got to bring it to the show.
Wow.
It's got, by the
it
way,
has Leslie
just in case you haven't scrolled down that far, got Leslie Jordan in it. As Igor.
I like that yeah. Whereas his name says as his North. Oh, and it also has Ben Stein as Doctor Who.
It does. It does.
Funny.
It feels like somebody saw, but I think it might have come before. What was the name of Matt Berry's show? And I can't bring it to my mind right now.
Oh, Darth Rangy's Dark Place.
Yeah, Darth Rangy. It
Darth
feels like
Rangy's
somebody
Dark
saw
Place.
that and said, I'm going to make this happen over here.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do that, but this one.
Yeah.
Darth Rangy's Dark Place is very funny.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So just know, your audience, we could have done so many other things to you that are so hateful.
Yeah, we
were
chose to
ready.
be nice. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If we're ready for it, like we've done this show for a long time.
Yep.
And what do you want this show to put out into the world? Like, what is your message? What does this show encapsulate for you to be thrown out into the universe for people 20 years from now that find a stream somewhere on an RSS feed and start listening to
Yeah, when
this.
the aliens find this.
Like, why? What is your what's your message? Why did we do this? Why should people continue to do what we've done here? Like, what is it? Roy, do you have a something?
Yeah, to kind of paraphrase John Water, get the most out of life. Watch a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Courtney?
So for me, and I joined this show, I think we did the math. I think it was like 3 years ago. And
12 years ago.
So, yeah, it was 12 years ago.
She was here before. She's been here the whole time.
Been here the whole time. For those of you not in the chat, I looked at my hands. And if that means nothing to you, just keep moving.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, for me, it was more of a lesson for myself than it is for anyone else. But if there's anyone out there like me, it's don't be so worried about watching the things that you are quote unquote supposed to have watched, because I get very wrapped up in this is the thing the critics are talking about, and this is the buzzy thing of right now, and watch this, and you have to have seen all the episodes of this thing and whatever. And this show has really helped me just sort of loosen the fuck up and maybe sometimes just watch The Faculty again, because it was fun and not everything has to be fucking medicine. Sometimes it can just be stupid and enjoyable, and that's great.
Sometimes it's okay to not watch The Florida Project and watch Death
Sometimes
Stalker.
you don't have to see Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can watch Premutos and laugh at these dudes who just made up a bunch of special effects and tried to string them together with a script.
Yeah. So for me, I think about this a lot, and I think about this outside of this show, but I think this show really encapsulates it, is kind of what you were both have said. Like, we live in a fucked up timeline, and we are being more and more, we're seeing, again, we can't, this is an evergreen show. More and more, we're seeing the conglomeration of media. We're seeing Christian nationalism is on the rise, and all
the shitification of everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we're being force-fed shit now. I don't want to watch 18 versions of Yellowstone. I don't want these shows, these movies. They do exist, and they exist for a reason, because art exists. And like you were saying, art doesn't have to be Moonlight or the Florida Project or whatever it is. When somebody sets out to make something, you're supposed to enjoy it. Just because it's good doesn't mean it's fun. And just because it's fun, it doesn't have to be good. And it is a form of resistance to watch this shit. It is a form of resistance to buy VHS tapes, to buy 4K, to own your own shit so that they can't take it off of Tubi when you're halfway through watching Resident Evil Retribution and it's the last day of the month. Never going to forgive them for that shit.
I'll never forgive them for Bucky Roberts, Born to be a Star.
Forcing us to watch
I'll never
Gotti
forgive you
instead.
because I watched fucking whatever I watched.
Gotti.
David Spade
We watched
thing.
Gotti instead with John Travolta's white ass son.
Oh my god, it was worth it. Best mistake ever. That sun was so wide. But yeah, that's it for me. Like this show started out when Roy and I started. It was because I hadn't seen enough third level basement cult cinema movies. I had seen everything but The Room, and we handled that. And it became this thing where these things that we could pull out of the ether existed. We watched them, we enjoyed them, and then they got folded into the fabric of the art that we enjoy and the art that we can share. And I think that's important. Don't let them take that from you. Enjoy that shit. Watch it. Love it. Watch Win a Trip to Browntown. Watch it. You should watch
That
it.
man did it all himself, and he did it
Just-
as an
He made
excuse to
that.
try to get healthy.
Just for the wife's performance alone. I mean,
Performance.
Somebody
is a
made
strong
that
word.
lawyer's sister go into the dildo shop for you. Watch it. Which this
No,
whole thing
the-
was a setup for a joke about Win a Trip to Browntown. It wasn't.
It really
No.
all turned
It
into
wasn't that prescient.
Browntown rules everything around me.
It goes the other way. It goes this way, right?
Yeah, no, Punk's not dead. Punk is just more underground than ever, and it's art. It's just get out there and make art, and maybe it's a big piece of shit at the end, but you always remember. And I think maybe that's part of it for us. We always remember the goofy, shitty art we made when we were young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just falling apart, laughing backstage or offset or whatever, remembering these amazing times together. And people don't get that anymore because of this weird sense of shame we have about everything's on the internet. You can't dance.
Cringe.
Yeah, you can't dance on the internet because you can't dance because somebody will put it on the internet and you'll be cringe and then your life is over. And these people didn't give a shit because they're too punk to give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Make the thing you're passionate about. Somebody will find it. We've found shit and we've watched it. There will be others that will watch your shit and enjoy it and tell other people to watch your shit.
I mean, you go out and make your own horror film on a shoestring budget. You may get The Evil Dead, or you may get Rock and Roll Nightmare.
And either way, we'll have a fun time.
No one's gonna forget those movies, for different reasons, but still.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There
will
always be somebody to watch your movies.
Yes, and that person's name is Franco Fernandez, and he lives in San Antonio, Texas.
He will send you a hard drive.
He will expose your ass to.
It's not that kind of drive. It's actually fine. It's actually a totally fine hard drive. Some of it's a little weird, but it's not creepy.
He will expose you to the magic that is Hentai Common and its sequel. And by magic, I mean you're going to need to take a Silkwood shower afterwards and remove the top 7 layers of your skin.
Watch it at 2 times speed. I'm telling you, watch it 2 times speed. Really makes it go down smoother.
You gotta, at least the second one, you gotta watch that at 2 times speed. You can't.
Mm-mm.
And sometimes you watch a movie that makes you sit there like Pingu the whole time. And that's also beautiful in its own way. You have to feel your feelings, you know?
That's and the screaming starts. It makes you watch it like.
It was also anti-comment too, just in there pissed.
Yeah,
you're also that way with the Victorian Way videos.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yes, just so mad. You can find that on Instagram, I guess, forever. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope forever. I hope she sees it.
I hope she sees
it.
Marianne
sees it and calls her and tells her. Yeah. How do you know what you? Here's my thing in this day and age. And this might, get off my lawn, old guys talk. But how do you know what you like and you don't like when they're telling you everything you have to like?
That's a good question because, I mean, a lot of people fall victim to that. I'm going to just, throw it out there. Disney with everything. And, and to add on top of that, when you don't like what you're being told that you have to like and everyone, else likes and you're like, no, I'm not into that. All of a sudden, here comes the pitchforks and the torches.
Right.
And that's just ridiculous. I mean, for me, it is what actually genuinely interests me. What makes me go, okay, this really looks good. I don't want to go see something just because it's a remake of this, or it's the next chapter in this, or anything like that. If it sounds interesting to me, or even if the trailer gets me, then I'm going to go see it. Maybe not until it comes out on home video because shit's expensive at the theaters now. But it all depends. But yeah, there are times where like, you have to go see this movie. And I'm like, I'm not interested. No, this looks like crap to me. Sorry.
Right. But you don't know that unless you expose yourself to a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And you're going to find some weird shit that you like.
I mean, that's very true. I mean, when this weekend, everybody's either going to see The Devil Wears Prada or are going to see Michael. I went to go see
Mandalorian and Grogu. Never green.
I went to go see Obsession. So, it just all depends. Or go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I mean, you just never know.
I mean, we don't have. I've said this on this show forever. We don't have video stores anymore.
Nope.
Right?
We have Tubi.
We have Tubi. So like you used to go to a video store and there was a certain expectation of the quality of the things you were getting. And you were fine with that. Like, you would go and do that. Now everything, because of, again, like Courtney was saying, the enshittification of the world, but also because of the value that we expect out of a streaming service because we're paying for it, the quality, if the quality isn't up here, right, then it's bad.
Yep.
Then it's bad.
Yeah, if
But
it doesn't have X high of a budget.
There's no middle ground anymore. There's just
there's no middle ground.
There's no middle. It's either it's great or it's shit for shit purposes.
Yeah. Roy and I were talking about Deathstalker, which is a remake of a movie from the 80s that they just remade. It's great. It's fucking great. It is a canon movie. It is a Golden Globus movie. It is all blood, all crazy shit. Patton Oswalt shows up. Magic, swords, sandals, like the whole thing.
Two giants wrestling in the background for no reason.
What was that? for like a full 7-minute screen of dialogue, just in the background, there's just two giants in the far background fighting. You, unless you go, and it's only available on Shudder,
or if you buy it,
who's going to find that if they don't already? That's the sad part. So go to Tubi, make it a point. This is my homework for everybody out there. Once a week, once a month, go pick something you would never watch on Tubi and watch it. Chances are it might be bad.
And that's okay. Make notes about why it's bad.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Again,
because that has led me to all kinds of fun things. It's made me a funnier person in general. Honestly. Yeah. And sometimes you get something that is itself not a good movie, but it unlocks a weird obsession with you. Need I bring up Roar again? in my background currently, the book The Cats and Shambhala heavily
Courtney,
featured.
it was for Roar. For Lacey, it was the apple.
She still loves the apple. She still loves the apple.
She's still wearing her BIM mark.
She's got.
She's
brought up BIM marks. She's brought up BIM marks in the last month at least.
I got my BIM
mark. We'll probably have to watch
now.
it again. Yeah, we'll probably have to watch it again. I mean, I hope that this show did that for people. I know it did it for Franco, that freak.
Absolutely.
You're a freak. We love you.
You're a nasty little freak, and I love you.
You're a nasty little freak, and we love you.
I knew that it was. I knew it was starting to when I started getting suggestions.
Yeah,
shit to watch on the show, not only from friends, but then suddenly from total strangers in the email. Like, we recommend this movie for your show, and then Andrew, his mental doctor is just like, you need to watch this movie on your show.
Oh,
my poor therapist
made us watch a movie.
Yeah, my poor therapist. I hope he's doing well. Did have us watch a movie with Udo Kier in it.
Yes.
People love this shit, and they don't like.
There are those who are not afraid to mention it, and then there are those who don't talk about it because they are afraid to seem uncool.
Do the weird thing.
And the trick is, no one's ever been cool.
No,
that's the thing.
Be weird. Be fucking weird. Get out there and do the weirdest thing you can think of.
Yep. I said my coworkers think I'm an absolute fucking alien, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's strange.
It's strange.
It's strange. Pick
That's another one right
people.
there. Ass sliding became a big thing for our show.
I'm still not convinced we didn't cause Rad. I'm still not convinced we didn't cause Rad Day.
I think we made Rad Day happen. I think we made that come back to the theaters because we mentioned it, and sure enough, boom, there it was, right there for us.
Yeah. Now there's merch.
We wouldn't have revisited it. It wouldn't have been visited, but we talked about it and then put it in the theaters, and we're like, well, now we have to.
Yeah.
And Andrew would have never met that man who likes the bad guys from Rad.
Yeah, he wore mongoose gear to the Rad show.
Or was pissed off. Right? Yeah, and was pissed off about the sound issue because it was a motherfucking classic. His exact quote.
I never thought to meet Billy Zabka in person. The villain, the blonde villain guy from every 80s movie was at the movie screening I went to for Rad. I never thought I'd...
Incredible. If not for Rad, Roy wouldn't have had a lovely date at the Rainforest Cafe.
No. I wouldn't have known that there were Rainforest Cafes still open if it wasn't for Rad.
Evidently, just the one.
Yeah, all I can say about that experience is the Rainforest Cafe was I got to keep the glass.
Honestly, it was fine.
It was fine. We had a weird animatronic gorilla next to us that was staticky as hell, but it was fine.
And then we got to watch Rad in front of the two highest people that have ever existed, and I am including Cheech and Chong. They even had to tell us, they were like, we're really sorry if we were loud. We were so blitzed right now. And we were like, oh, it actually explains a lot.
You're like, oh, okay. Well, what do you say? Let's let these people get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on with their lives.
Download some episodes, okay? Get in there and download some episodes and show them to your friends. Find a normie.
The Catacombs, whole entire catalog will be up for a few months. Download your favorite episodes. And thank you so much for listening all this time. I really did not expect something like this to go on for as long as it did.
No, certainly not.
And who knows, maybe we can continue it on just as an on the internet, hey, this is the movie we're watching this month. Watch it and put in your comments on Blue Sky or whatever. Like nothing formal. Nothing formal, nothing recorded, but just something to keep us all together.
Just never forget that cherries were meant to be eaten and fish were meant to
swim.
Just never forget that, and everything will be great in this world.
Can't wait to get my tattoo. Not the one you're thinking of. Everybody's going to think it's the one from the cover.
No,
it's going to be it's going to be in Japanese.
Yeah, I want it in Japanese right here, and I want it.
It's going to say cherries were meant to be eaten, fish meant to swim.
Yeah. I'm going to get Kung Fu tattooed.
Yes, like a classic American Sailor Jerry style.
With or without the lampshade.
Now I'm changed my mind. I'm getting that, and I'm getting it back here on my tricep.
With or without the lampshade.
Both arms, one with, one without.
Yeah, one without. Well, I'm gonna do it in my. So I'm gonna do it right here. I'm gonna have have the head here, right, and then I'm gonna have the body, and then when I do this, the lampshade will be here.
Shit, yeah,
so I can just put the lampshade on her head.
There you go.
On her head. Yes.
Yeah, that's.
No, I want Kung Fu here. It's on the other tricep. I want Gladys from Weapons. There, same style.
Same style? Yeah.
Yeah. Sailor Jerry style on both. So now that we've all hammered out our tattoos, I think we should probably let these guys enjoy the rest of their lives, huh?
All right, gang. Thank you again so much for joining in our show for the past 8 years. And, well, I would say talk to y'all later.
Love. We appreciate all the love.
I would say talk to y'all later, but who knows when that'll be. So I'll say talk to you soon.
There you go.
Love you, audience.
Bye. And this fucking thing does not want to stop recording.
We'll never stop.
It can't stop recording. It's perfect. The perfect way to end this episode.
Hoisted by our own petard. We're stuck for podcasting.
Oh my God. This whole entire show is going to lapse upon itself. Wow, 8 years is a lot to look back on, and I honestly can't believe that we were doing this show for that long. I am proud of the work that we put out despite how unprofessional it was, and I can't believe that we were exposed to so many what the fuck films and that they exist out there and they still do. I have so many people that I want to thank for being on this journey. First of all, I have to thank my co-hosts Andrew Farmer and Courtney Robertson. The torture we put each other through in our film choices that made us discover some unexpected gems also made us discover films we never want to see again. They even did the impossible. They got me to watch the Twilight Saga on purpose, which was some of our most popular episodes, it turns out. I was glad to have them with me on this journey to fuck shit up. I also want to thank the following guests who have appeared on our show over the ages. Young adult theater director and former podcaster Rick Gutierrez. Jason Dillard of the Super Cool Nerd Show. The Toku Truck members Franco, Jeremy, and Kevin. Even though it was the hentai Cayman stuff, thank you still for being on our show. The cast of the Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas Repo Genetic Opera Shadowcast Amber Does Dallas. Joss Siffler, director of The Good Exorcist. Lubbock witchy girl Danae, the Bad Wolf, Madman and trivia guru Zach Schroeder, author Cynthia Diamond, aka my former co-host of SassyCast, Cynthia Kennard. And of course, a special shout out to Matthew Lillard, who themed an entire month of the show for us. And of course, I have to say a very extra special thank you to the filmmaker and owner of Trauma Pictures, Lloyd Kaufman, a man who did wonderful things to help our podcast and became our good luck charm. We will always be grateful to you, Uncle Lloyd. Finally, to all of you crazy people who actually listen to this show, thank you all so much for being there. You didn't have to listen, but you did. Then recommended some fucked up shit for us to watch that made us question your sanity as well. Thank you for being there, whether if it was from year one or recently. The Catacomb archives will remain open until July 10th, so you will have until then to re-listen to or even download your favorite episodes. And as a final episode message, and as a farewell message to you all, I just want to say, I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just got started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. So long, folks.